What is up, everyone? Welcome back to All It Takes, No Whiffs. I am Alex, and that is Christian, and April is officially over. And now, as we move on to May, we are going to be giving our power rankings for April. But before we get into our power rankings, we just wanted to give a little announcement out there. We are going to be doing a $100 giveaway once we reach 100 subscribers. We are almost there, and we just want to give back to all of our supporters.
Oh yeah, and whoever wins that $100, if you want to throw it back to us, we could turn that $100 into $100,000 in 2 days. We're just gonna need that, your bank account information, and
A couple
possibly your
things.
social security. That we're just looking out for the fans. That's all. That's all it is. So yeah, just remember, provide that information. Just kidding. Yeah, really looking forward to reaching 100 subscribers and getting that giveaway going. But also looking forward to the rest of this baseball season. But this past April was an insane, honestly, first month of baseball.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed it overall. But unfortunately, before getting into this top 10, I'm just going to say it. My Yankees didn't make it. Pain. But it is what it
It's
is.
okay.
Yeah, but as for number 10, though, the team that just kind of whooped our behinds, I guess, Texas Rangers. Yeah, I'm kind of glad to see Texas starting off on a much better start this time around. Last year, obviously, we saw what they did. They kind of buried themselves in a hole that really started from the beginning. And that second half, even though they improved, they were just too late. But 17-11 start now, I think that's a lot more respectable, without a doubt. And shout out to them; they made our top 10 power rankings.
Yeah, it made our top 10 power rankings. They're pretty solid so far. Their pitching has been really good. It's unfortunate Jacob deGrom just went on the
Mm.
IL. Hopefully he can figure it out. He's had a couple of different problems this year, but this team's clicking on all cylinders. That offense is going even without Corey Seager right now, so they should be getting him back soon. But I'm really looking forward to Texas this year. First place in the AL West right now. Houston didn't start out the best, but they're creeping back up on them right now. But move on to number nine. We have a team right here that's got one of the best pitching staffs in all of baseball this year, but the Minnesota Twins, we have them at number nine. This team been super good this year, getting back Carlos Correa. Byron Buxton looks like he's been pretty healthy. Max Kepler's come back, been pretty healthy too. This team's just solid all around. But I mean, that rotation, like I said, it's one of the best in all of baseball, led by Pablo Lopez, Sonny Gray. Tyler Mahl has been really good. I mean, I don't know what else more to say about this pitching rotation. It's been super, super good this year.
Notice how Sonny Gray is also he's like the Joey Gallo of the pitching staff for Minnesota. Didn't want to perform in New York and then just go do your thing over there. Cool. But yeah, the Twins are awesome this year. I'm liking what I'm seeing from Byron Buxton so far. We know what he's capable of, and him being healthy, he's just a dog. I feel like Correa has been solid this year, but at the same time, we haven't seen his best yet. And another team that whooped the Yankees to start off this season. They already won the season series against us. That I think that gives a
First
pretty
time in a long time.
yeah, first time in a long time. Hopefully, that's not a premonition of what's to come for the Yankees this season overall, but it's not looking good so far. But as for number 8, the only New York team. I'm getting on my Yankees right now, right here. The only New York team on this list, the New York Mets. Love the Mets, I
We
guess. I'm
love the
not really.
Mets.
uh, yeah,
We
but
really don't.
no, we don't, especially now that they're the only New York team in this top 10. But no, to their credit, they're a really solid team this year. Obviously, not Minnesota, Miami is off to a solid start. They're creeping up, like they're just right around where the Mets are right now. But we know the Mets to be a better team overall for sure. And obviously, there's a team that we're going to be mentioning later in the video. But that's kind of the only roadblock for the Mets right now. It's a big roadblock, but I'm liking what I'm seeing so far from the Mets. I think they're going to be hanging this season for a good bit.
Oh, they're gonna be hanging for a good bit, and they're getting two big pieces back later on this week, and or not Jacob Degrom, Justin Verlander and Max Scherzer. So getting those two guys back is going to be huge for them, especially since Carlos Carrasco has kind of regressed this year a little bit. But that lineup has been mashing this year. Pete Alonso, I'm not sure if he's leading the league in home runs anymore, but no, he's already got more than 10. But this team's looking good all around. David Robertson's kind of stepped into that closer role for them since Edwin Diaz has gotten hurt. So this team is they're going to be pretty scary getting going for the rest of the year. So I'm really looking forward to fighting with them for the rest of the season. But move on to number 7 for us. We have the Houston Astros at number 7 for our power rankings. Now maybe a little controversial because their record isn't the best, but the teams that they've beaten are pretty damn good. They swept my
Mhm.
Atlanta Braves in 3 games in Atlanta, so that's telling. They also ended the I think it was Tampa Bay's home win streak. It was I think it was at like 13 games. So this team has just been ending some pretty good streaks. They've been beating some pretty good teams. They're second in the AL West right now behind Texas. So only I think 2 or 3 games, but this team one of the best in baseball, and they definitely deserve to be on the top 10.
Yeah, even though record-wise it's not looking the best, as Alex said, their quality of opposition has been great, and they're coming off of a World Series championship season, so I feel like that's kind of a little boost for them as well. Yeah, so I think number 7 is a fair spot for them, expecting them to move up for sure as they just get
Oh
decent
yeah,
in the season.
they'll
But
be top 5 later on.
yeah, as for this next team, though, I'm not sure if I'm expecting them to stay up here for now, but it's definitely a pleasant surprise to see them up here. The Pittsburgh Pirates are number 6 in our power rankings. That is a wild sentence to say, but I'm glad that I'm saying it. And first and foremost, shout out Brian Reynolds. He's been cooking this season so far. All that to
And
get
got paid.
underpaid. Yeah, he got paid, underpaid in my opinion,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's all I got. I mean, obviously O'Neal Cruz going down with that fractured ankle, that's tough. He's gonna come back sometime, so I think that's gonna help him out. But them off to this sort of start, best record in the NL, only team in the National League to not have double digit losses yet. I think that's kind of crazy, but honestly, unrealistic to maintain. I think.
Pittsburgh's been a really good surprise this year. They're clicking on all cylinders, really. The pitching staff has been really the bright spot for them, honestly. Mitch Keller looks like he came into form last year, but he looks like he's going to be even better this year. Vince Velasquez, someone who was pretty good a couple years ago. This dude's been really good for them this year, but I'm really, really looking forward to seeing what Pittsburgh is going to be doing for the rest of the season because some of the teams in the NL Central are really struggling right now. The Cardinals, they've kind of picked it up lately, but Milwaukee, they've been struggling too. But I wouldn't really say they've been struggling, but they haven't been playing as good as they are. But you're still going to see them on our list later.
Yeah, I'll just say as of recently, really, that's when their woes have started. But to start off the season, they were solid, so you'll see them soon. Pittsburgh, though, I'm really excited to see them in this position.
Oh yeah, I'm excited to see them here. Hopefully they can sustain it. But move on to number 5. For number 5, we have the Baltimore Orioles. Baltimore Orioles, now this is not a surprise really. This is a team that had a lot of high expectations this year. A lot of people had them, I wouldn't say winning the division, but at least had them making the wild card. So being in 5th in baseball right now is pretty damn good. They have what is it, a 19-9 record. They're second in the AL East right now. Adley Rutschman's playing really good. The pitching staff has been solid, but I mean, honestly, it's just the hitting has been carrying them right now, and they're just playing really good all around everywhere.
Yeah, it's that young team, it's that energy that they're bringing, led by Adley Rutschman. Adley is a freaking stud. He's been going off to start this season, and I'm really liking what I'm seeing. And seeing Baltimore in this position, it feels good. It feels really good after all their struggles. It would just feel better if my team was, in contention with them. But no, Baltimore and the other team at the top of our division, they're blowing us out of the water. But as for a team who I kind of mentioned was struggling as of recently, but still a top 4 team, the Milwaukee Brewers. Surprised to see them in this position without talking about Corbin Burns being the highlight of it. He hasn't really been him lately, but still all around, the Milwaukee Brewers have just been good overall. Their pitching all around has been solid outside of Corbin. Freddie Peralta, one name to highlight for sure, but and seeing Rowdy Tellez with the pop, that's definitely been entertaining. But seeing them just be a solid team overall in the NL Central, I think they're just going to replicate what they did last season at the very least. But it's looking a little more positive to start it off.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely looked a little more positive to start it off. Wade Miley, this guy is pitching really good. He's been around the league for a while, and I wasn't expecting him to be pitching this well this year. But that's good for them. Same thing with Eric Lauer. Both of those guys have been pitching really good. But this team just all around has been really good. William Contreras, he's picked up where he left off last year with the Braves. like Christian said, Rowdy Tellez solid. Willie Adames is super solid too. I mean, this team just all around has been really good this year. But not really too much more to talk about them. But now it's time to get into our top three. At number three, we have the Toronto Blue Jays. Now, this team honestly is one of the most fun teams to watch in all of baseball, in my opinion. They just have a super fun and young offense, all around. Led by Bo Bichette and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. I mean, these two dudes have been absolutely killing it this year.
Mhm.
George Springer's been doing his thing. Dalton Varsho had a walk-off single the other day, or double. Hopefully that will start to get him going. He hasn't been playing that well. Pitching staff has been pretty decent. Alek Manoah has been getting hit arounds. I mean, really, all of their starting pitchers have been getting hit around. There hasn't been one dominant guy besides Kevin Gausman. That
Cosman is
dude's
looking nasty right now.
that dude has been unreal his past few
Mhm.
games. But besides Gausman, their starting rotation has been a little iffy.
Yeah, little iffy, but this offense it's making up for it right now in
It's
surplus.
gross.
Yeah, but you can't expect that to hold on over a long period of time over a long season like the MLB season. So their pitching is definitely going to have to figure it out. But it's stoked to see them doing this well to start it off. All this AL East talk in this list, and
No
like I said,
Yankees.
no Yankees. It's a weird time right now, but it's all good. All good. Love to see Toronto being competitive right now because we're going to be back. But as for our number two team in our power rankings, we've got Alex's Atlanta Braves. I'm going to keep this. I'm going to say what I got to say, but I'm going to keep this short and sweet for Alex. The Braves have been cooking to start off this year. Ronald Acuna is going crazy to start off this year. I know it was way too early. I'm going to just throw it out there. MVP talk, hell yeah. But who else? Matt Olson has been going crazy. Austin Riley has been going crazy. The pitching has been really solid. This team is just as expected looking one of the best teams in baseball.
Oh yeah, it seems definitely one of the top in baseball right now. I will say, in the doubleheader today, even though it is May, Sean Murphy hit 2 home runs, so that was really
Mhm.
nice to see. Acuna did get hit in the first at bat in the second game after he hit like a 450-foot home run. I think it was intentional. A lot of people think it was intentional. The Mets have done this many times before, so it would not be surprised me. Just wanted to say that real quick, but we're just clicking on all cylinders right now. Not even really fully healthy yet. We just got back Michael Harris. I think Travis d'Arnaud should be back soon. Pitching staff has been really, really freaking good. Even though Max Scherzer was out for a little while, him and Spencer Strider both look like they could be NL Cy Young candidates this year. Strider looks unreal. Charlie Morton's been pretty good. He's been better than he was at the beginning of last season. And the only problem really with this team right now is the bullpen. AJ Minter, he was solid for the first couple weeks of the season, but the past few games, past week or so, hasn't been so good. So Rossiel Iglesias, we need him back so AJ Minter can just
Mhm.
go back to that setup man role.
Yeah, honestly, that's where I really seen Minter flourish in his time in Atlanta. So I think that's just where you guys really should keep him. And having Iglesias back, that would just be huge for
We
you
need
guys.
him so bad.
But still, y'all being number two right now, y'all are in a good position. So I'm expecting them to stay. Like I don't know. It's 1 month in. Might be too hot of a take. I'm not really expecting as much of a race this year. Seeing what I'm seeing so far, but who knows? Still early.
With the Mets getting Serger and Verlander back, I can see it
I
kind of
could,
starting.
yeah, but yeah, like you said, all cylinders. Like right now, if it can
Long
be
season.
maintained for yeah, but if it can be maintained for long enough, and I don't know, the scenario would have to be very specific. But I don't know. This season looking really good for the Braves. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, I mean, it's really looking good so far. I mean, I can't really complain, so no complaints here. But to move on to our number one team in the MLB after April, I'm pretty sure this is everyone's number one team in the MLB because they absolutely took the MLB by storm. But the Tampa Bay Rays, this team has been absolutely unreal to start the year. Started out 13-0, then they lost their first game. Then they started out 13-0 at home, lost their first game too, to the Houston Astros. So this team is 23-6 right now, best record in the AL East, best record in baseball. They're just clicking on all cylinders. They have guys who really you don't really know their name, but they've just super solid players, led by Randy Rosarina, Isak Paredes. He's been really, really good this year.
Mhm.
Their pitching staff, I mean, it's ridiculous. They just keep on bringing up guys every single year that just keep blowing my expectations because honestly, this team, I didn't even have them really making the playoffs this year. But with the lead they have right now, it's going to be hard for them not to make the playoffs.
Yeah, and what was the streak? Was it 22 games? It was at least 22 games to start off the season, every game with a home run.
A home
Like
run, I think it was somewhere around there.
that is insane in itself as well. I remember the fraud talking about I heard it from a few people. I was also one of those people who was saying it. They were facing bad teams to start off. Like I think their
Their
first three
first
series.
9 games, yeah.
Yeah, it was they were bad teams, but honestly, them being 23-6 now, it kind of
Oakland,
proves it.
Washington, and Detroit. I mean, it
Yeah,
was
it's
kind of
it's
bad though.
bad, but if you want to get momentum going, that's how you get it
Oh
done.
hell
So
yeah.
yeah, good for the Rays. I'm glad to see them in this position. Hopefully we can flip with them at some point. Praying, but don't think that's going to happen anytime soon because the Rays are just that on fire right now. Them in Toronto right now at the top of the division. That's some two crazy teams to have up there.
Oh yeah, it is, and I mean Tampa Bay. Even though they lost Jeffrey Springs, they're going to be getting back Tyler Glass now
Oh
sometime
yeah,
soon. Hopefully, that dude. Honestly, I think is personally better than Jeffrey Springs. So this dude is
yeah,
probably potentially a top 10 pitcher in baseball when healthy. So I'm really excited to see what this Rays team can do the rest of the year. Especially with how hot they started out this year. It was unreal to be honest.
yeah. Really looking forward to what May has in store for the season. 2023 already looking insane. Started off with a bang with the WBC, and I feel like some players brought that energy into the season. And here we are, a really fun season on our hands right here. Cannot wait to see what this list is looking like in about another 30 days, though. But until the beginning of June, peace.
Peace.